Welcome, everyone. Today we have the privilege of hosting an extraordinary guest whose name has become synonymous with uncovering hidden opportunities for financial assistance. Please join me in welcoming Matthew Lesko, the iconic American author and TV personality you've likely seen rocking those bold, colorful suits. Matthew has built a remarkable career empowering people to access federal grant funding and other government programs, money you don't have to pay back. With over 20 books under his belt, countless infomercials, and appearances on major celebrity talk shows, he's dedicated his life to showing everyday folks how to tap into resources they never knew existed. Whether through his publications or his dynamic YouTube channel, Matthew delivers a treasure trove of knowledge that can help anyone turn their dreams into reality. But today, we're diving into one of his best kept secrets, his exclusive community app. Members gain access to monthly guides, live training sessions, large dollar amount giveaways, and most importantly, connections to a diverse, supportive network of people helping one another succeed. From financial assistance to guidance on life's challenges, the power of this app is truly inspiring. So without further ado, let's delve into this incredible resource and hear from the man himself, Matthew Lesko. Well, so I got the link from...
Oh, you did good.
Yeah, and I am truly amazed. Amazed.
Right.
I was like, not only... So I went into the app and I started looking at all of these things because initially, when we were talking about grant money and stuff like that, initially I thought that was the focus. And then I saw, oh my God, I listened to one of your lives too. I'm like, there is much bigger of a focus here, much bigger. You're helping people in all different kinds of areas. I heard you talking about how someone can get help for domestic violence, and how someone can get help for going to school.
Yes.
And so I start looking through the app and I'm like, holy cow. And listening to your live was eye-opening. Because not only do you have a really big heart and you invest a lot of yourself to helping people, but you've built a culture and community of people like that as well.
I'm about to cry.
There's other people that are jumping in.
I can't believe
that
it.
are helping along with you. You built an army of people that want to love and help each other succeed.
You say that is, I mean, it's all by accident. I did, I'm just an entrepreneur trying to make $1 in a way with something I really appreciate to do. But hear you saying that without knowing much about that's incredible. Like I say, tears are coming down because, and I like that. I appreciate that as I get on, because then I know something important is happening.
It's absolutely amazing. And I love the last live that I listened to. Yeah, I poked around in your stuff before we started because I wanted to know a little bit about you. And one of the things that you said in your live that really hit me, because I spent a lot of time on TikTok and a lot of time on Facebook, and you said, you encourage people not to go to Google because you said there is such good people out there with advertising. And you're so right. They're learning all these marketing and advertising skills, but they put on a good show and you think you're getting something amazing. And the thing about it is it was just the marketing that pulled you in, and you're not getting what's behind it, what you believe you're getting. What would you say it is that led you to wanting to give your heart and help so many millions of people? What brought you to the place where you said, I have this ability and I want to share it with everyone?
Well, I think I had to first get the ability. I mean, starting out professionally, I want to learn how to feed myself and do something that didn't feel like going to jail every day. Was my main mission. And when that happened, and I said, I started, I was a consultant with an MBA in computers at a software company that failed and stuff like that. And then I was helping Fortune 500 companies get information. I just said I did research, and this is back in the 70s, before any of this stuff. And I was going around getting research for companies to invest in ideas and companies and stuff like that. And I found I could get anything from a federal government agency for them to make millions of dollars. And I saw so many programs also for consumers. And growing up in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, I said, boy, I didn't know about any of this stuff. To me, the government was the post office and the IRS and maybe the DMV. And that was it. Boy, look at these millionaires becoming billionaires because of government programs. I said, why doesn't everybody in Wilkes-Barre know about that? That's what's in my mind every time I talk. And I was starting businesses that were failing. And then this clicked on helping Fortune 500 companies. And then I wanted to help individuals. I mean, they need, more of the world has to know about this instead of just the fat cats. So the way to do that at the time was writing books. And for me, writing a book, I flunked every English class I had. So that was never in my mind. But some agent found me. And my first book that did very well beyond my imagination. I mean, being on Oprah and all this kind of stuff, or New York Times bestseller list. Actually, my first book on the New York Times, trying to find that English teacher who flunked me.
Right. Did you show him?
I see. I showed you, and so that was beyond. But then, whatever you're doing in life, the rules are going to change. The market changes around you too. Nobody buys books anymore. And that's how I stumbled into this. Nobody buys books. How do people get back? So I say, okay, do I charge again and charge thousands of dollars and whatever to do? I didn't want to be that guy. I want to be for everybody. I would do this free if I didn't have a mortgage.
Right.
And so I want to be the $20 guy. And so I started that, and I was just hoping to just make a good enough living for the rest of my life, so I'm able to support what I want to do for the rest of my life. And it just became something different. And
that's why I love that your subscription service is affordable, because you're not leaving the people that don't have a lot of extra money. You're not leaving them out of this valuable material, and you're allowing them to help themselves get access to all of this stuff that could help them tremendously, change their life.
Yeah. No, that's it. Like I say, I would give away for free because the government should be doing this. I've been waiting for 50 years for them to do it. They're never going to get around to it. So in my last burst, I want to do this. And that's why I see this may be able to continue without me, because I see people are helping people. So if I set up a framework, for them to do it and learn and teach other people to do it, that is, maybe something more when I'm not here is interesting. I don't really think about it, but it passes my mind. When having an MBA, you think about that kind of stuff or whatever. But it's not important as what can I do today that educates more people, and also that we remain profitable, because if we're not profitable, we can't help anybody. And that's what, to me, the biggest thing I think I've ever done is being able to create this that spins off $70,000 that we give back to members. I mean, I don't know about you. I mean, I'm a coal miner's grandson. To me, I think I'd ever have $70,000 to give away to me. I didn't know when I'd be able to make $70,000 now myself. and do that month after month.
Yes, I did see that also.
And also, like my Social Security, I give that back. Most of it, I keep a little. Still insecure. I'll always be insecure about money. To a scholarship fund in a local community college for single moms.
Let's talk about the subscription a little bit, because I think that this is something huge that a lot of people can benefit from. Like the things that I saw, which I know is only a really
Right. No, that's yeah.
of what is in there. So I saw that, like, you can look back at all your lives.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that there's all kinds of, what would you call it? Small databases of programs.
Right.
But I also saw that there's a lot of community connection and a
Yes.
lot of people jumping in and helping each other.
Right.
How, so the scope is so big, like I don't even know like
It is.
what to touch on, but what I just saw in one live for, I don't know, a little over 30 minutes, was talking about helping people with jobs and helping people with healthcare. Um, and healthcare is so important.
Absolutely.
So many people that can't even afford their healthcare, or that don't have any because they're entrepreneurs, or small business owners, or they have their children on government um, Medicaid, but they can't insure themselves and stuff. And I was just seeing like so many different avenues in just one live. And so I went back and I looked at like all of these different categories, and I was like, holy cow. Um,
Yes.
so like, and it looks to me, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks to me like as this grows and as people learn from each other, there's more added to this database.
Every day. I mean, I have 5 things that I here. Okay, let me tell you some new ones here. Okay. Uh, okay, here's the program. Get an extra $1,000 a month in rent grants for 6 months to cope with rent increases. Okay, this is a program in Wilmington, North Carolina. Okay, here, Chicago, actually, this is all of Illinois. Chicago has a grant $15,000 to pay back overdue rent. Okay, here's $10,000 for a military-owned farm. Grants from $1 million up to $1 million to buy old houses, and then $250,000 to renovate them for sales. We have a big housing problem in this country. Government's going to throw a lot more programs money into programs like this. Here's interesting: $200,000 grant to help you buy your boss's business. So many people like you're worried about your employees. So many people are retiring now. Baby boomers like now, and the small businesses don't know. Well, the government, this is a state government, Colorado, give you up to $200,000 to help you as an employee to buy that person's business. Yeah. I mean, it is fishing licenses for foster care children can get them free. Cheap internet access. It just goes on and on like every day, and they come and go every day. $20,000 grant for a pop-up retail business in California. There's home-based businesses like that. $20,000. Small business grant for $20,000 and another $50,000 through the tax system. See that you have to learn that, because a lot of the grants you get through the tax system, you don't even have to pay taxes. So you can be at a low income and not pay taxes. It's overwhelming, and it changes every day. What I'm really trying to do is not be the source that has every program, because you can't. I mean, I'd have to have a budget as big as NASA to do something like it. But is to train people to know where these are because they're not in Google. So that's the thing that I feel is more important, that they learn the system. That's why with the back and forth, I get help and personal help about where this stuff, because I could show you, like right now. You want to do a little test now? Are you online? Can you go online while we're talking?
Sure.
Okay, here, do this because I think it's important for your community. Go to sba.gov.
B or P?
B is in business, Small Business Administration,
Okay.
sba.gov, then slash, and all in small letters, local dash assistance. Okay, you got it. Okay, go down a little bit. Okay, put in your zip code there. See, business zip code. Hit there. Okay. You'll get more if you do more. Okay, now go down a little further. You got to see how many we have here. Results near you. Okay, how many we have? Okay, we have 4. So these are 4 organizations. They're all nonprofit organizations or government-run organizations that help you start or expand any business you want. If there's a nonprofit, for-profit, or an invention or anything. They're the people you want to talk to. See, because they do not charge you money for anything. And they know government programs. They know about stuff that's coming and going. They're not going to know everything. You may have to talk to all 4 of them to make sure you get it. But instead of going to Google to try to find something like this, these are the people who get paid by the government to help you for free start that business. See, that's what you don't. You have to know how to find the people who know about this stuff where you live. You talk to them because there's too much out there to really go through it. It's
Right. You don't know what sources are credible, and you don't
right,
know.
exactly. It's all coming full circle. We're back to where people are important, more important than getting information than the internet. Because the internet is just a fire hose anymore. And most of it is, who knows what it means. So that's there. Now, here's another very important website for everybody to get a feel for what's that. So this is for entrepreneuring and nonprofits and inventors and real estate investors, or even if you're a freelancer at home, because you don't know how to do taxes. Okay, they help you with that. You don't know what's legal. They help you with that. All the kind of things that come up in your head, because otherwise you're going to go to Google and put, what do I do about incorporating? And tell you the truth, anybody wants to start a business, I wouldn't spend a nickel until you get a customer. Because what's important about the success of yours or anybody's business is a customer. Everything else is detail. So you have to go out and start spending time on how to do that. And talk to customers and not your relatives and stuff like that, because they don't buy what you have.
That's right.
I was doing that in my commercials. Spent all this money doing a commercial. I sent it to my friends. Oh no, that's it. No, that doesn't. And then I realized they never bought anything from TV. What am I? Why am I wasting my time and money with them?
And I'm glad that you said that, because there are so many people that try to sell Avon, try to sell Mary Kay,
Exactly.
try to sell Tupperware.
Right.
And the first thing that they tell you is hit the ground running, get all your family, all your friends. But once that's exhausted, right, you might make a great amount in the beginning because people want to support you. They want to see you
Right.
take off.
Exactly.
They want you to excel. And so they stand behind you, they order something, to help you along. But once that has been exhausted, you sit there.
Right.
At least now I know people can make some really, really good money on this. But I'm saying that the majority
Oh,
of
definitely.
regular Joes, they bring in a bunch of stuff in the very, very beginning stage when they're launching. That's what they
Right.
call it, launching. But after that, a lot of people fail.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And do they fail for lack of trying? Well, maybe a really, really, really small percentage. But there are a lot of people that try and try and try. They try the techniques that they're taught. They try the email marketing. They try,
Right.
you know, the social media, they try calls, cold calling, they try follow-ups, they try emailing, and it's discouraging.
It is. And I think it's because you don't know how much it's going to take, and your
Mhm.
heart is not in it. For ourselves, I mean, I thought being a salesman is probably the worst thing. I mean, in business school, when I get out of this, it was in the early 60s, I guess. You know, that was one thing. Oh, I could never be a salesman, because salesman was sort of forcing someone to buy something that they probably didn't want, and you have to use all kind of tricks and whatever. I mean, I'm probably known as one of the biggest hucksters in America, for my infomercials, but see, none of that is sales for me. Yeah, so that's the difference.
Yeah, you're
You
coming from a place that you truly.
exactly right. It's not selling. I do not sell. And it's just education.
There's
But
some people like me that are introverts, and they're looking for a way to make sales where they don't have to be presenters or TED talkers
right,
or um, do, infomercial
right,
advertising. They want to be
mhm,
able to be in the background and make these
right.
sales faceless and, um, you know, be able to market and reach people without having to be, I don't want to say an actor or actress, but
It is. That's what they're doing.
yeah.
Because that's it. And so you don't want to be like that. So you feel but I feel you don't have to, but you still have to use those tools. And now what you have to do through trial and error is figure out what people are interested in, not what you're interested in. That's the important thing. So to me, what you have to do is, okay, to do enough interactions with people who may be your customers, not your relatives and friends,
Right.
yeah, and see what interests them. Okay, and then to see what they want to know more about. And don't sell anything because you're not sure what people want to buy yet. And you're just there to exchange information, and that will teach you what people want to know about web. So you have a report, and actually, Facebook is easy to do that there. And then what is good about that, then you see something, all the meetings we have online, like I have or whatever, they want to know about relationships and witchcraft. Well, then you could do a video that is for sale on that platform, and and start building up those kinds of things, and classes and whatever, or you could sell other people's products, I guess, on it, and stuff like that. So it's really building a community to get information, and it seems that people like communities more, at least for my people. My people are lower income, and they're all struggling. So instead of buying another grant report or something, it's a community of talking to other people about that, and it's free. You have to get feedback to understand what people want, and then you package that in something saleable that help them. Um, that's you have a meetup group yourself. That may be another way. Go to this website, meetup.com. Okay. So put witches up there. See if anybody has a meetup group on witches. Oh my goodness. Book discussion, full moon menopause. Scarlet Witch. Maybe I don't know. See, you could start a group locally, another way to get feedback. And you're going to talk about that, at least YouTube, because the same video you could put on your platform, you could do on YouTube and stuff like that. It's easy. And, X is very easy. I started using them again. I was on there years and years ago. It's a platform. You could put the same video on their platform that you put on YouTube. So if you took something what's good and bad about tarot cards or something like that. I mean, people would be curious. So you do that and see what happens. You have to build up a list, but you have to start small. And that's it. But you have to have a way for people to give you money. Here's before, I'm not sure where we are, but I want you to know about one other website. Let's go to share again and put findhelp.org.
This is what I love about what I heard you discussing earlier on the recording.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
You don't need me if you have this, and this is free.
oh, see, here's the thing. I don't think I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. There are a lot of people that need you.
Yeah,
And the amount of things that you share is not just about grants and business.
yeah.
There's just so much more in depth to that.
I feel that, and I feel that's the important part of life. So this is your zip code. What do you need money for? Let's see where you are now. Up on top. See a little search up on top.
Oh, right here?
Yeah, put
Oh,
rent.
right. Got it.
Okay, and then put search. Okay, 63 organizations that help with rent. And see, this is what part of the thing I'm trying to do is people maybe go about grants and they'll call one agency and, oh, we don't have any more rent money, sorry, we can't help, and they'll leave. Well, here's 60 more organizations.
Right.
Yeah. Because see, they're in the business of helping people pay rent.
Right.
So they're going to, okay, put in your, okay, here in your zip code, 1,809 programs. These are, almost 2,000 programs from nonprofit organizations and government offices that help. Put in a favorite mine is financial assistance. What do you got? 280. 280 financial assistance. Otherwise, you're going to go to Google. Somebody's going to get your money somehow.
That's right. You have a really good point there. There's a lot of resources out there that people will offer, but you're right. They're offering it to you with a price.
Right.
And that's per resource,
Right.
right? Yeah. Uh,
And here's the way I see it. I don't know if I explained it before, but I see our economy as 2/3 of is capitalism. So that's Google, all about everything you need is available for a price. But 1/3 is community, where people help each other. So that third is not in Google. Well, it's there, but it's you'll never find it because people who won't get your money pay Google for you to see them and not the other people.
right.
So you can't fight that war. But to find this 1/3, I mean, that's big. I mean, that's just not 10%. It's a third. And that's government and nonprofit organizations. So it's how do we teach people to take advantage of government and nonprofit organizations when they don't have any money? That's fine. If you have money, but the problem to me is that half the country doesn't have money to buy anything.
Right. And it can be anything from healthcare to medical bills to
Absolutely.
job training and education. And
Absolutely. Every one of all the important parts of life. Let me show you one more because you mentioned healthcare a couple of times. Needymeds.org. See, everything is a .org or a .gov. If
okay.
you're not .com, you're not gonna get out free. Okay, over on the second tab on the left, healthcare savings. Okay, there's how to get free prescription drugs. And actually, they have people that help you fill out the application. Look at the line. See, help filling out prescription assistance program applications even. So, okay, go down another one. Medical clinics, okay. let's click that on medical clinics.
Okay.
Okay, how many we have there? I can't tell, but
Um,
you got lots. Keep going. Yeah.
18.
Okay, well, go down though. That's 18 pages, maybe. Go down.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, 18 pages. So
18
10 a
pages.
page. That's 180 free and low cost clinics, medical clinics. They have the same for dental clinics.
Oh, and dental.
Yeah.
Anybody that has dental coverage, there's still a
Oh
cap
yeah,
that
dental
they pay.
coverage. Dental coverage
Yeah,
is just
it's
getting your
terrible.
teeth cleaned. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
But
terrible.
I heard a good thing. All the uh, we have no coverage for above the neck, mental or dental, eyes, stuff like that. But what's interesting too is go to healthcare savings again, and then see that search by savings by diagnosis. See in the middle on top? Yeah, okay, search by diagnosis. So you could put in cancer or whatever and find bunches and bunches of nonprofit organizations. What was that you put in?
A spinal cord disease. So there's even funds that help with copays and such. Let's try a different one.
No, what was it?
Ankylosing spondylitis.
Okay, I think you have it here.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So there you have 10, 1 to 10, two of them. So you have 20 programs that give grants with people with that condition. Most of them are like living grants, because you can't earn money and things like that.
Okay, so like that's really cool because there are some people that need dialysis, for their kidneys, they need
Right.
transplants, they need all this
Absolutely.
additional care. And there's all kinds of, so you can even just put in a keyword
Absolutely.
versus a program name,
Right.
that's
No,
awesome.
it's a keyword. This is on diagnosis, so that's the medical condition you have.
Right, right. That's very
Isn't that
cool.
cool?
It is very cool.
So you think your folks could use this?
Yes, I really do believe because in the community that I focus on, there
Uh,
are a lot of people that want to start. Well,
right,
first of all, um, we're all struggling financially, right? And then there's a lot that have these dreams. Like I've always had dreams of having my own small shop, um, and I know that there's so many other in this community that have dreams of selling their services. Like
yes,
they'd love to make money off of doing Reiki for people. They'd love
right,
to make money off of doing readings for people
right,
or using their talents
right,
to help people, but make some income with that.
right.
And so that's why I thought that this was such an awesome thing to share because not only do you show like where to start and how to get government help, but like entrepreneurs are going to need all these other
Right.
resources that you offer, whether it be um, the state grants information, um, or opening up a shop.
Right.
um, I saw that you have a lot of different business and training help links
Yes.
and things like that. I mean, what you support is different because what you support isn't just a how to how do you start a business, but it goes much further because we all know that this is a much broader thing.
Hmm.
Um, you don't just say, "Here you go, take off
Right.
running. There's where you start." you have like a whole entire circle of all of the other things that are going to be a part of that as well. I'm not probably doing a very good
No,
job.
you're absolutely right. I mean, I understand because to me, I'm a small business guy. I started a bunch of them and I always wanted to do that. Because when I build bigger businesses, then I feel, oh, I'm creating places that I didn't want to be in.
Well, let's go back to like how you were talking about going from, junior high to high school and how there's all this leveling up and building.
Right.
Well, it's the circle of life. Every
Yes.
time you circle around and meet what you were supposed to meet, you start vamping up. And
Right.
a lot of people get stuck and discouraged in vamping up because
Yes.
what you don't know is what you don't know. You don't know what you
Absolutely.
don't know.
I was-
And
Who
so
was the Defense Department guy who was saying that all the time?
you're
What was it?
providing these resources to allow people to find, learn, or help each other level up.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. No, I like I say, you moved me very much by just your observations, because that's what's in my heart, and it's so warm and fuzzy to know somebody knows what's in my heart.
Well, and I wanted to really share that because
Yeah.
um, I just looked at that last night
Hmm.
and this morning. So I have very, very small amount of experience in the app, the app itself, the
Right.
the membership area itself. And it blew my mind
And well, that's
in that
wonderful.
very small
Oh,
amount
the
of
other thing, I mean, what I do talk about a lot too is how hard it is. And the unfortunate thing about sales, you have to, oh, that's the easiest thing to do, and it's not. Um, and it is, and that's why I see the community helps that. So when people don't get it right away, then other, yeah, I know, it is a pain in the ass, and it can be a pain in the ass, but you have to know it, if at least my stuff versus the other stuff is when it doesn't work, you have no options. And this, to me, I know it's real, and that's why I'll give anybody their money back if they don't think it is or if it wasn't for them. I don't care. The opportunity is to educate people and stay in business. And so, as long as we're able to give away $70,000 a month, I feel we're pretty safe. We had a big scare a couple months back and had to cut back on it for a while, but then it came back. Yeah.
well, and I love that again, there's so much community because sure, anybody can go into an app anywhere.
Right.
Anybody can, find, like you said, these resources on Google if they know where to look. And most of the time, filtering through everything, you don't find what you're looking for
Right.
or the right thing.
Right.
And you are not going to find on other apps or resources other people chiming in to enrich other people's
Right.
lives
Yeah.
and to
That's
help them find and
yeah.
to support them.
Yeah.
And that's where this makes such a big difference. And it is so affordable, $20 a month.
Yeah.
Right now, I mean, that would be 2 coffees a month, right?
Exactly.
Why don't you let everybody know, where they can find your, um,
Right. Me,
membership?
yeah, letsgohelp.com. And if you don't want to spend funny $20, then go to YouTube/Matthew Lesko. And I give a lot of sources there too, always when I do a video there. So that's a good way to learn more and get involved in this stuff.
Yes, that's www.lescohelp.com.
.com.
And I'll put, you know, um, uh, the link onto the video as well.
That's the most
'Cause what you
important.
do is amazing.
Oh, just me, so I don't think of it that way.
Well, you keep being you then.
Good. And that's the hardest thing to do. Okay. Can I tell you I love you?
Yes, I love you too. You have a good day.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.